of all, we know that to respire in air is much more easier as compared to water, because air contain 20 times more oxygen as compared to water. Mean it's much more easier. Both the sun have to respire in air as compared to water, and the reason behind is that the air contain more oxygen, and how many time 20 times more oxygen as compared to water, because in water oxygen comes only from the phytoplanktons, different plants, algae, etc. That's present inside the water. Their respiratory mechanisms is responsible for the exchange of gases and the production of oxygen. You must remember that the animals present in the water does not get oxygen through the breakdown of water molecule. They only get oxygen that's present inside the water and they absorb them. That's why it's much more difficult to respire inside the water. That's why the most of amphibians respire through their skin. I mean, they show the cutaneous mechanism of respiration, and for the cutaneous mechanism of respiration, the most important thing which is required is that the moisturization of skin. अगर इनकी स्किन मॉइस्चर नहीं होगी, they can't able to absorb the oxygen. Similarly, the amphibians also show some other types of respiration also. For example, when they are present on terrestrial condition, most of amphibians at terrestrial condition respire through their lungs. These lungs are present in pair forms and they are responsible for the exchange of gases, etc. Similarly, gills are also responsible for respiration, but gills are very much limited role, and they are present only in their larval stages. When fishes are present in larval stage, at that time gills basically help in respiration, but the main organ for gaseous exchange or respiration in fishes, in frogs or amphibians, are the cutaneous respiration, or through skin and through lungs. Now we move toward another system of the amphibians, that's the digestive system. Before discussing about the digestion of the amphibians, we must know about the food of amphibians. If we see the food of amphibians, the amphibians are actually carnivores in nature, and especially the adult amphibians. They show carnivore mechanism of feeding, and they for their feeding they eat on different types of slugs, snakes, for other frogs, similarly the spiders, worms, mice, and even small birds as well as the birds, etc. I mean, they actually eat other animals which are much more smaller in size, as well as some birds and even some mammals are also the part of the food of amphibians. While if we discuss about the feeding mechanism of larval stages of amphibians, they basically rely on the bacteria, algae, etc. that are present inside the water. Somehow we can say that they show the filter feeding mechanisms, like the filter feeding fishes. They does not rely on the feeding on the other animals, etc. when they are in larval stages. This is the sketch of digestive system of the amphibians, especially the frog. If we discuss about the part of digestive system of amphibians, first one is the tongue. Tongue basically responsible as the high organism. It is responsible for getting of the food. In this previous picture, we can see that this is the tongue of amphibians. That is the responsible for catching up the food inside the animals, and this frog catch the and insects into its body. This is the important part of digestive systems, and it extends from the front of, which is not from the back part of the amphibians. That's an important thing. Another is the amphibians contains two types of maxillary mammalian teeth, and these teeth are responsible for the crushing as well as the capturing of food. If we discuss about stomach of fishes, stomach is basically responsible for the storage as well as the mix food with the digestive enzymes, etc. And but the most important function is the storage, but as we know, amphibians are carnivores in nature. That's why their stomach contains some digestive enzymes for the digestion of different types of proteinaceous food, etc. Next one is the small intestine. Small intestine actually the principal digestive organ inside the fishes, and similarly as well as the digestion, as they also responsible for absorption of different digestive food. जब food digest हो चुकी होती है, this organ is responsible for the storage of food as well as the absorption. Here from here food is absorbed into blood, because here villi and microvilli are present, and these villi and microvilli also contain a large number of the blood capillaries. Through this intestine, after digestion, food is absorbed into the blood and become the part of the blood. Next one is the duodenum. Duodenum actually the part of small intestine. This first part that's attached to the stomach is known as the duodenum. It is the anterior front part of small intestines, which receive the food from the stomach. The duodenum is a much more important part of digestive system, because most of the digestive activities of amphibians take place in this portion known as duodenum. Pancreas. Pancreas, it is a dual nature of organs, which is acting as a digestive as an organ as well as a part of the endocrine system, because it secretes different types of the enzymes which help in the digestion of food. And the most important thing is that it secrete or is their enzyme directly into the duodenum of intestine. Gallbladder is a cyclic organ. We can see here. This is a cyclic organs, and it involve in storage of the bile, etc. Cloacal opening. I previously discussed also that the cloacal opening is the property of lower vertebrates. Basically, it is a common opening, a combined opening, which is used for expel out the undigested food as well as the urine, as well as production of sperm and eggs also. In higher animals, we see that the urogenital tract is separate from the anus, but in lower animals, this is the only one tract which is responsible for urogenital activities, as well as this organ is responsible for the to perform the activities of anus as well. If we discuss about the last intestine, it is the posterior part of digestive system, and it is mainly responsible for storage of undigested food. Yeah, this one is the this is last part is known as the large intestine. Similarly, the liver, which is also an associate organ, and it is basically responsible for secreting the bile and storage of mucus.